Glowy, lightweight, serum infused. Sounds like a dream, right? But does it actually deliver? Hello beauties, welcome to another Foundation Beyond 50 series where I put the foundations to the test to see how they perform on mature and dry skin. Today I'm doing a full review and wear test of the MAC Studio Radiance Serum-Powered Foundation. This foundation claims to be hydrating and plumping. Infused with hyaluronic acid, it provides 24-hour hydration, helping to plump the skin and reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. This has a radiant finish, so it offers a naturally luminous finish that enhances the skin's natural beauty without looking heavy or cakey. It does have buildable coverage, so it allows for customization application from medium to full coverage. This is also a skin-friendly formula, free from parabens, formaldehydes, phthalates, and other harsh chemicals, making it gentle and suitable for sensitive or aging skin. So this foundation is available in 56 shades. I purchased the shade NC10, which is very lightest beige with natural undertone for lightest skin. Now, as you can see, this foundation has a thin viscosity. So normally I would use a foundation brush to apply this. However, I always like to use two separate tools. So I will be using a foundation brush on my right and a damp beauty blender on my left. Now, I purchased this foundation on Sephora.ca for $63. However, I could not find it on Sephora.com. I'm not sure if it's because of the tariffs that's going on right now, and MAC is a Canadian company, so maybe that's why. However, I did find it on Ulta.com. So for those of you United States people, you can purchase it on Ulta.com. And the price on Ulta is $46 US. So I'm just going to give you guys a close-up of my skin before I apply the foundation. Now you can see I do have a blemish here. Of course, my scars. It's actually faded on this side, but this side I still have that one. I do have some pigmentation. And so the ultimate test will be to see how much coverage this gives. Now, I have already put a primer on my skin. I used the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. So I am going to just dampen my beauty blender. I forgot to do that before I came in. So I just have this little bottle of water that I will spray it. And you can see it is dripping a little bit, so I will take a Kleenex and give it a squeeze because I don't want it drenched. I just want it very, very lightly damp. Okay, so I'm going to do my right side first, and we are just going to take, it seems like I need to use 2 pumps. So I'm going to use my BK Beauty blender, my BK Beauty Foundation Brush 101. And I'm just going to work that right into the brush. And I can apply it. Now I can already see that the match is almost dead on. This is almost an exact match to my skin for the shade. So that's good. I picked the right shade. Now I can see, of course, it hasn't covered my scar there on my right temple, but it's buildable coverage. So my hair keeps getting in the way here. I think I'm just going to use a headband. Just save me the headache. I'm having a rough hair day, so don't mind the hair. It's been a rough day. I've just spent the last hour just struggling with my hair because it's just not working for me. I still have yet to go and get it fixed after I cut it. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a close-up of with foundation and without. So you can see it did not cover that scar. However, it did fade it quite a bit. So if I wanted to, I could build it to cover that. The real test will be this blemish with the Beauty Blender side. So that gives you an idea of the coverage. Okay, and now I'm going to use the Beauty Blender on my left side. I'm going to use the same amount that I did on my right, and I'm just going to work it into the Beauty Blender and dab it on. I have a habit of holding the mirror in front of my face, so I do apologize. I know you guys, you're probably saying, stop, I can't see. It's going on nice with the Beauty Blender, I have to say. For a thin viscosity, that's actually pretty impressive, because usually the Beauty Blender just soaks it up. But I'm honestly, other than under my eye, I am noticing under this eye, it's not applying the greatest with the sponge. It did on this side with the brush, but I don't know if you can see. I'm going to actually zoom you in here. So can you see that it's not applying the, see how it didn't apply very good on this side, whereas the side with the brush, it did. Now I'm trying to fix it, but it just does not, it is not wanting to, I'm trying to find the word. It's, I don't know how to explain this. It's just, the sponge is not working the very greatest. The sponge is not working very good to apply it on my left side. Not under the eye anyways. Everywhere else, it seems fine. It's under that eye. So I would definitely not recommend using a damp sponge for this foundation, unless it's just my eye. And like, I think I'm just really tired. I have some pretty big bags under my eyes. So there we go. That is the foundation. That's how it looks. Now, it does seem like I'm a little too bright here. Maybe that's a little better. I think I was a little too bright there for you guys. So just a reminder, the damp Beauty Blender on this side and the foundation brush on this side. The application with the foundation brush, smooth. It went on beautifully. However, with the Beauty Blender, not so much. So definitely not the greatest with the sponge, but with the foundation brush, it went on beautifully. The finish is definitely natural. It does have a little bit of luminosity, but it looks like skin as far as I'm concerned. Coverage, not too bad, actually. It covered this little scar that I have pretty well. And let me just see if I can, and actually just thinking of that little blemish, it actually covered that pretty well as well. So I am just going to add just the smallest amount here. I'm actually going to use a different brush with this, and let's see if I can get it to cover that. Let me turn it around here. Don't mind my eyebrows, I need to get them done. So it covered it. It definitely covered it very well. Now I still have a little bit left on my hand, so I'm going to grab it with the tip of the sponge. And where's that blemish? Right there. Let's see if we can't completely cover that. Pretty good. Still shining through a bit, but again, it's the wet Beauty Blender. It's not wet, sorry, it's damp, but definitely recommend using a foundation brush. It hasn't settled yet, not that I can see. So that's a bonus. Patching, there's no patching other than, like I said, with the sponge. And it's so funny because the last foundation video that I did, it actually applied better with the sponge. So it's just funny that way. So yeah, it did patch using the beauty blender, but it did not using the foundation brush. And skincare compatibility. Yeah, I've done my skincare routine. I did use as I mentioned earlier, the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. And it's wearing beautifully over top. So that's actually pretty good. I'm actually pretty impressed. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and I will return when I am done.
A few moments later.
Okay, so the rest of my makeup is done. I can now go on with the rest of my day. I will check back in with you guys at the 4-hour mark and then again at the 8-hour mark so that you guys can see how this foundation is performing. So I will take off now and I will see you in a bit. Hi guys, it has been about 4.5 hours. I do apologize. I have a killer headache, so I have to finish this video though, I really do. So I will come back and check in at the 8-hour mark as well, but I just may not be so chipper. So I am going to quickly zoom in here and you guys can see how it's been sitting. Okay, so I actually turned my ring light off. I found in editing that it was too bright, so I did turn that off. So hopefully this will make a difference for you guys. So you can see on my right is where I used the BK Beauty 101 foundation brush, and it seems like it's holding out pretty well. It has not rubbed off. I've been wearing my glasses, I've been wearing headphones because I've been editing, and it didn't settle in any of my fine lines. It seems to be holding out pretty well. Now under the eyes, of course I always struggle under the eyes, but you can see a little tiny bit of patchiness there just where I was wearing my glasses. So but I think, I got lipstick on my chin. I ate dinner. But on this side, honestly, it actually is holding out pretty good as well. Let me just see if I can see in this mirror here. Yeah, so I did end up fixing under my eye on this side. If you remember when I first put it on using the Beauty Blender, it actually kind of missed my fine lines. Maybe I was squinting when I was putting it on, so it was making them deeper so the foundation wasn't reaching them. I don't know, but anyways, I was able to fix it, but it took quite a bit of playing around to get it fixed. But now, other than, where I was wearing my glasses, it's held up pretty well. Let me just check my list here. So for comfort, yeah, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing any foundation. It's really nice and light, and it just feels like skin. It's definitely not tacky or dry. It did not oxidize. It's staying true to its shade, which is a pretty darn close match to me. Like, you cannot see a line difference from where I ended with the foundation. Now settling, it doesn't seem to have settled either under my eyes, on my forehead, in my laugh lines. It doesn't seem that it has settled, which is really good. Longevity, well, it's holding out pretty good. It's been about 4.5 hours and it's holding out pretty good. The patching, again, no patching other than just where I was wearing my glasses. And touch up. I haven't touched up, but if I were going out or if I was out and about, I would touch up where my glasses have rubbed it off a tad bit. And yeah, that's it for the checklist. So far, it's performing very well. I'm just going to zoom you back out here. So that is my 4-hour check-in for this foundation. Gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with how it's holding up and how it feels on the skin, how it looks, just all out very impressed with this foundation. So I am going to go and probably lay down and try to get rid of this headache. And I will see you back in another 4 hours, probably the 8.5 hour mark I'll be back. So I will see you guys soon. Hi beauties, I am back. It is just over the 8 hour mark. It's actually 9:30 p.m. here. And just about to wash my face and crawl into bed, so I figured I would come in, and I'm out of breath, I just did the stairs. I figured I would come in and show you guys how this foundation has turned out. Now, just really quickly, I want to let you know the headache is gone. I actually laid down for a while. I took an ibuprofen, laid down with an ice pack on my head. So yeah, this is going to be a real test of this foundation because I did sleep for a while. I had those magic bags, they're full with beans or rice, or I don't know what they're full of. But anyways, you throw them in the freezer or the microwave, and I always keep mine in my freezer because I get headaches quite a bit. Anyways, the magic bag was on my forehead, covering my eyes, so this will be a true testament to how it performed. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom in real quickly and you guys can see. As far as my list goes for comfort, I mean, I fell asleep with it on. So it's actually very comfortable. It really doesn't feel like I'm wearing any foundation. It has not oxidized, so that's another bonus. It does not seem like this foundation has settled into any of my lines. Even under the eyes, it didn't settle. I mean, my eyes are always a little crepey, and of course my laugh lines. So it has not settled, which means the longevity is very good on this foundation. Patching, again, I've had a magic bag on my forehead. I've had my glasses on. I've wiped my mouth because I've eaten dinner and had a ice cream for a snack. As well as I've played with my pups and they have licked my face quite a bit. So no patching that I notice. And touch up. So yeah, if I was out, I would definitely touch up underneath my eyes, probably around my mouth and my nose where I have used a Kleenex or a napkin. But otherwise, this foundation is really impressive. I'm super impressed with this foundation, and it's definitely going to be in my top 5 favorite foundations. That's all I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you find my content informative, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so that you'll be notified when I upload my videos. Also, if you know anyone else that you feel would benefit from watching this video, please don't hesitate to share it on your social media. I am going to go and wash my face and crawl into bed. So I bid you all a very good night. Bye, beauties.